Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to my next Let's Play. It's Kirby! It's Kirby time. I didn't even want him to be on the screen yet, I was so excited to talk about it. It's Kirby! Nightmare of Dreamland! Kirby! Nightmare of Dreamland! You all know the song. Do you guys remember the song? I think you guys remember the song. Sorry, that's excuse me. I'm still dealing with a throat thing, but I think I got it handled. I got my water here. I trust my water to help me if I need it. But the story of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, it's so deep and it's so original from any other story game. A Kirby game. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Kirby's so fun and happy and yay. Except when he's sad and he lost the ability to dream or whatever. I don't know. Kirby, basically, everything was perfect, and King DDD ruined the day again, so poop on that. Am I doing the audio? I am doing the audio. Oh god. All sorts of a mess today. It's the space border, isn't it? I was playing Metroid Zero Mission last time. What's a fun Kirby border? I know there's like a flower one. That might be fun. I never do any of these solid ones, though. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. That might be a nice Kirby one. I don't know. We might mix it up a little bit as we go along. That's the flower one I was thinking of. Oh, the wood one. I don't know. The wood one might be fun for Kirby, too. And that one's... I know that one was advertised with, for Golden Sun. That, I don't even know. Some kind of weird Tetris one. Obviously, for Ruby and Sapphire. I don't know. There's a lot of cool ones. Maybe I'll switch them up. What's just the yellow one look like? Should we just start with the yellow one? I don't know. Maybe we'll just start with the yellow one. Maybe that'll be a thing for each episode. We'll just switch the border around. Oh, trusty Game Boy player. Makes playing Game Boy Advance games so much more nice on your TV and stuff like that. Anyway, so let's just get started already. So, oh, Jesus. Look at all these 100% save files. I am such a good gamer. It's unbelievable. So I was debating whether or not to do 100% for this one, because it has been a while since I played the game, but I did it for all three, then... I mean, I don't know. We may as well try for it. So let's just start the game off. Or we could do multiplayer. That's interesting. Game Boy Advance had a cool thing where there was, like... a lot of fun multiplayer concepts with that ridiculous link cable that hooked up to 2, and then to 3, and then to 4! Oh, so here's Kirby. He's pink, and he's cute, and he sucks up enemies for their abilities. You all know what Kirby does. Ah! I lost it already. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't really have, like, too much to really... to talk about with this game. How do I... Oh, jeez. I don't know how to play or anything. Oh, I don't know what button I pressed. I like the Spark one better. I don't know. I just think he's cute. Oh, God. This first episode is just a total disaster. But then again, which ones haven't been? I mean, here, let me turn my game volume down. I feel like I can hardly hear myself think. So this is Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland. The Kirby series. I had Kirby's Dream Land, the very first one, for Game Boy when I was a kid, and I do remember playing that one quite a bit. But honestly, Kirby wasn't really something I followed all too closely over the years. I'm trying to think, well, like, what was the second one I played? It was probably Kirby 64, to be perfectly honest, and I've never even, like, owned my copy of Kirby 64 either. That was something I had rented from our... Oh, man, only 5? That was awful. We gotta get better at that so we can rack up the lives. Oh. But we have a minigame we can play, too. Yeah, so, Kirby 64 was such a fun time, and I really do want my own copy of that. I can get it on the Virtual Console for Wii U. But I don't know, like, certain games I've noticed, well, specifically for, like, the Nintendo 64 on the Wii U, have their, I don't know, their music desynced a little bit. Sometimes, like, I don't know, N64 games definitely have their weird N64 controller in mind, too, so certain games kind of feel a little awkward playing on the Virtual Console. I don't know. Like, I've kind of eased up on wanting, like, you know, my own cartridge for every retro game I have. You know, I'll definitely download on the Virtual Console if it means, you know, between not playing it or just waiting forever to play it. You know, I'd rather just play it, you know, and if I like it that much, I'll get my own copy. But yeah, Kirby 64, that's, the N64 games are definitely ones I kind of want my own physical copy for. Let's switch it up, let's go back to Beam. Yeah, I never really had Kirby 64 growing up. I rented a lot, that was just kind of about it. And I think Kirby Nightmare Dreamland was actually then my second one well, no, that's not true. I had Kirby Tilt and Tumble at some point in time that I honestly can't pinpoint. God, I don't even know when that game came out. That was for the Game Boy Color, so it obviously had to be before this one, but, yeah, I don't know. Man, we are not doing well at this super easy game today. I can just, like, concentrate on what I'm saying. You'd think I'd be better at it by now, but... Oh, select button will get rid of the, ability. Oh, I don't get bombs, I just get Crash? Well, let's just get Crash out of the way, because I don't need to save Crash for anything. But yeah, Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland. I know I was a freshman in high school when I got it. That was, like, the best Christmas in terms of video games, like, ever. Well, I don't know, ever. It was definitely one of the best. You know, I'm pretty sure, like, any Christmas getting, like, a new console or something, that was really exciting, but... Yeah, I don't know why, my parents just were, like, extremely generous that one year, oh, Maximum Tomato. We could really use that one. They were just, like, really, really generous that year in terms of games. I got 3 Game Boy Advance games and 4 GameCube games. That was, like, 7 games, dude! Who gets 7 video games for Christmas except for spoiled brats? I don't know. Spoiled brats, I guess? Well, I don't know. I've never seen anything, like, even, like, half of that in any other time, so I'm just gonna consider that a super lucky year. 4? Jeez. 4th?! That reminds me of, this line from Evangelion, but it has nothing to do with the game, so I'm just gonna skip it. It's just something that came in my head when I saw that. Man, can we please just press the B button when I tell you to press the B button? Cannons, go away. This is a peaceful land. We don't need your warfare. This is a land of sleeping and dreaming and eating. It's beautiful. Why can't I live here? But yeah, that Christmas I got Kirby Nightmare. You know what? I'll take this guy. Let's show off a new one. Oh, he didn't want to be eaten, but he doesn't really have a choice in the matter. I got Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, I got Metroid Fusion, and I got Mega Man Zero, and those 3 would be, Game Boy Advance games I'd revisit quite a bit. Wouldn't, like, consider them, like, favorites or anything, but I was surprised how much I found myself playing them, especially since I, had kind of abandoned all other forms of games except for anime JRPGs, a couple years later, so... I don't know, like, I just found myself playing them on car trips a lot, so it's like, I don't really have any extensive memories with Kirby and Nightmare and Dreamland. It was just, like, a fun game that I had, and that was, like, enough. I guess, like, the closest memory I have is I had a couple of friends in high school, and, Jesus, can we get that Maximum Tomato before I just lose it here? Couple friends in high school, and I remember just this one scene in my head where we're just, like, walking around the track outside, and, you know, one of them just pulls out his Game Boy Advance and starts playing Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, and it's, I don't know, that's the extent of any kind of concrete memories I have with the game. But it was always just something I really enjoyed going back to. And you get Museum here if you want a free ability. Usually it's something that will maybe help you find a secret. I don't think there's any kind of secrets to uncover in the first world, but that's besides the point. But yeah, Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, it was a good time. Tilt and Tumble, I was talking about that a little bit. That's actually a game I would like to... Oh, I love the ice one. Oh, I'm thinking of Superstar, I think, where you skate. Or maybe there's a different ice ability. in here. I can't really remember. I'm getting my Kirby games mixed up. I haven't, like I said, I haven't actually played Nightmare in Dreamland in quite some time. I feel like whenever I'm going back to Kirby, it was usually on Superstar Ultra for the DS. That may have been my next Kirby game, actually, like years and years later. Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I liked the cover a lot. I liked the thick outlines. I saw it, and I was like debating whether or not to like pick it up for a little while, and then I just saw it in Toys R Us like on sale for like probably like 20 bucks. So I just kind of went for it, and you know, that was actually at a time when I was like extremely depressed, and it's like that's kind of like the joke now. It's like a time when I was extremely depressed, as if that time, you know, there was a time when I'm not. I mean, there have been times when I haven't been depressed, but let's be honest, it is a running thing with me, just chronic depression of some sort, but I don't know, I feel like I'd have to speak to a specialist or something. Oh, Candy, let's get hyper and just run through everything, because we don't give a shit. Well, I will take that one up, because if I'm doing as horribly as I am with my life so far, I'll definitely be needing those one-ups. Ah, there we go. There's a 1. I'm number 1. I'm number 1. I'm pink and I'm fluffy and I steal enemy souls and I'm number 1. But yeah, I can't remember. It wasn't like a part of a you know, my typical, I'm just going through, you know, that's what my brain is just making me feel, just like depressed and down and stuff like that. There was something that like happened, I remember, to put me in that state, but I can't for the life of me think, because I can't really remember for the life of me what year I actually picked up Superstar Ultra. But either way, it's probably something I'm not really going to want to talk about in a game like Kirby, because Kirby's like a happy time. Yeah, sorry about like the last Let's Play with Donkey Kong Country. You know, I kind of like, I don't know what happened like during the middle of it. I don't know if it was because I was starting to talk about things that depressed me, or I was just kind of fading because I was like still sick, and I don't know, just recording for too long maybe. I'm not going to be recording as long as Donkey Kong Country. I did that whole thing in one sitting. This one I'm definitely going to break up into several sessions. But oh man, I want my needle. Oh, dumb fire dude. I don't know the names of all. Oop, I can't swallow you. I don't remember the names of all the enemies off the top of my head. I didn't even know the enemies had names until Superstar Ultra, to be honest. I know that one's like Waddle Doo, the ones with the eyes, and these are Waddle Dees. I don't know what those guys are called off the top of my head. Yeah, I know the monkey with the hammer, that's Bonkers. Oh, hello, what are you? I don't remember you. Are you an enemy, or just a weird... Okay. Guess it's just Knopskull. Oh, you're those top dudes, okay. I forget if I get power spew. Man, I lose my power after, like, every hit. I'm not used to that at all. Oh, we're at the end of the level, though, so it's okay. Yeah, Superstar Ultra, like, I keep talking about it. I don't know why. It's because it's probably the Kirby game I went back to the most. Probably because it was the most recent one I had. And I really liked it a lot for a while, but, like, after a certain amount of time, I don't know. For, like, maybe it's because I was, like, facing the same bosses over and over again throughout all the different adventures in that game. Or maybe it was because all the adventures in that game seemed like micro-adventures compared to other Kirby games, but I don't know. At some point, I just remember myself feeling like, I'm kind of getting bored of Superstar Ultra. And then every time I went back to it, I never really had the same, like, love for it I had for, like, the first year or so that I was playing that game. Which makes me really sad, because it is a really good game, but I don't know. Like, when I come to think about, like, my favorite Kirby games, you know, I do enjoy the overall adventure in Nightmare in Dreamland more than, like, the ones in Superstar Ultra. I don't know. I was actually playing the original Superstar on the SNES Classic, and I don't know. Maybe I was just, like, in a bad mood or something, but I just kind of found myself just not really having a good time at all. I gotta actually go... I think I got to the Great Cave Offensive before I actually just kind of called it quits on that one, but I don't know. Normally I have like an appreciation for like the original, oh, I need one of these guys, don't I? Which one of these guys do I need? I think it's the fire one. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I usually have like an appreciation for like the original, way, I'm totally gonna die here. I'm so distracted by it. No! Can we do it? Can we do it without dying? We should. But we won't. Maybe I'll take Spark. I like Spark. I like how my hair looks like it's on fire. Or my head looks like it's on fire, I guess, because Kirby don't have no hair. Oh, man. You had to be a poor sport right when you were about to kick it. I think I'll need Wheel, actually. I don't know. Yeah, that was a good choice. What was I talking about? Superstar Ultra or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and it's weird too because like I guess around the time I got into Superstar Ultra was like around the time when I was first looking at YouTube as well. So it must have been around 2011 then, because I remember that was the year when I first made my first YouTube account and started like subscribing to people. I remember one of like the very first people I went to, and this was like a little before I made that account. I was looking at this one guy named McGammer, I think his name was. He doesn't post videos anymore, but I remember I was using his videos to like, excuse me, to like look up Great Cave Offensive hidden items. Most people I talk to about Superstar feel like I'm not really a huge fan of the Great Cave Offensive, but it's probably, oh my god, excuse me. For one moment while I take a drink. Oh my god. What a day to record. I don't know, I'm probably gonna cut that out. Oh, I want you! I want you! Did I get it? No. Darn it. Can I try again? I'd love to try again for it. But yeah, the game knows the UFO is the best ability. It doesn't want you to have it. Yeah, I remember that was like my first real experience with YouTube, and then a little time later, I remember I was getting back into Mirror's Edge and trying to do all the time trials, and I was looking online for like help, and that's when I found this YouTuber named Oven Donkey, who also doesn't really post videos anymore. Maybe he does on Twitch or something, I don't know. Every once in a blue moon, I'll see like a speedrun record by him, because I think that's kind of like what he does the most now, but he made all these really great, helpful, chilled Mirror's Edge tutorials, and instead of just like looking them up every time I wanted to go on YouTube, I just, I don't know, I made my account, I subscribed to him, and that's like my, oh, can I not go down again? I think I missed my 1-up then. Yeah, I did miss my 1-up. Darn. Only 7 lives. Will we make it? Oh, Meta Knight! Just kidding. Not yet. We face his goons, which I think have names, but for the life of me, I can't remember what they are. I can't float and fly when I have something in my mouth. Oh god. We're not gonna lose to Meta Knight's goons too, are we? Oh my, we might. Gotta be extra careful here. Nope! Alright, good. Little soda. That has a name. Pep something, maybe? I don't know. I remember from my, instruction manual in Dreamland. They're not gonna let me get it, are they? You kidding me, fishies? I always liked how the fish in this game had goggles. But, yeah. That was how I started with YouTube, and it kind of, like, just went up from there. He made some Let's Plays that I watched, and I really liked them. And I heard him mention Nintendo Capri Sun in one of them, and that's how I found Nintendo Capri Sun, and it just kind of, like, fell through from there. I, like, you know, you hear names dropped in other Let's Plays, you go check them out, you see people in your recommended feed, and you go check them out, and just kind of, that's how my YouTube, you know, interest just kind of built from there, because before then, YouTube was just kind of, like, I don't know. I remember when, like, YouTube first launched, I had a friend that was just, like, obsessed with watching, like, really stupid prank videos and dumb shit like that, and I don't know, I honestly didn't even care about YouTube at all. I just thought it was, like, so stupid, because I felt like that was, like, the majority of what was there, and I had just... I don't know, between, like, the Let's Plays and, like, the nostalgic reviews and everything, for at the time, it kind of, like, just was, like, amazing to me that, you know, so many people turned this love of video games into, like, something bigger, you know, something that, like, mattered a lot to them, and it mattered a lot to the people that were watching them. It was, like, rivaling, like, television shows, I kind of felt like, for, you know, at least my interest. And I guess that's when I kind of stopped watching TV for a while, too. Oh, do we have the museum open, too? Let's get a... Ooh, laser or fire? I want to take laser. They'll fire a giant laser at the moon, or whatever Dr. Evil said. I don't know. I'm gonna watch that movie again. Laser. Is there something over here? I don't know. Let's go in the door first. This is probably a one-room door. Oh, one-up. Cool. I wonder if this game saves one-ups like, in other ones. I don't know. Isn't this first episode great? Let's talk about all the things that aren't involved in the game at all. Have I mentioned anything about the game yet? Probably not. But I don't know. I kind of figure if you're watching these by now and you've seen like other Let's Plays of mine, you probably are like in a similar... I don't know. You probably grew up in a similar time as me, you know all this, and you're just like looking for like another person's take on it or whatever, but... Yeah, I don't know. Kirby, as a whole, I don't know. It's a pretty good time. It's supposed to be really easy. I'm doing an awful job, but I'm also talking and stuff too, and not really paying attention, and playing directly off my capture card instead of having my full attention on the TV or whatever. I guess Game Boy, too. I mean, that would be a super small screen as well. I actually took my Game Boy Advance out to try playing on it again, and... Yeah, and unfortunately, like, I love the design of the original Game Boy Advance, but, holy cow, not having a backlight. I really, you know, I could usually adjust to things, but, man, not having that backlight, man, really stinks. You really gotta get a really good source of light for that. Which is a shame, because it's like, I have a Game Boy Advance SP as well, but like, the shoulder buttons are broken. So I usually mostly use that if I want to play like Game Boy Color games. Sometimes, if for whatever reason I'm not playing on the Game Boy player. Sometimes the Game Boy player doesn't like match music and sounds as well. I remember when I first got it, actually. I was playing Lufia, The Legend Returns for the Game Boy Color, and I was playing the final dungeon just to see how it would sound or play, or just I was just like testing the Game Boy player, really. And I was like just so disappointed that the music didn't sound quite the same. But honestly, I think that's like the only real time I've noticed like a major change from playing, you know, on a Game Boy Color or something like that to playing on the Game Boy player. I don't remember having any kind of problems in a Game Boy Advance game. I don't think I've tested enough Game Boy Color games on it to really know for sure, but... Are we gonna do it? No. We gotta get better at that, man. Anyway, so, what are we at, like 23 minutes? Yeah, I'm gonna call it here for the first episode. Thank you for joining me for this giant mess. I hope I sound a little more perky than I did last time, because... Like I was saying before, I'm sorry about that Donkey Kong Country Let's Play. If it, like, I was trying to like make it like a mellow experience, so it was like a mellow game, but I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's a Let's Play I'd do again, but this one I'm gonna definitely try to be a lot more into it. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.